Chief Inspector Alon Ruvini stands in a backyard in Carmiel, northern Israel. The excavator has just stopped. 10 feet down, at the bottom of a pit carved into the earth, something blue catches the light. It's a piece of blue fabric. The team of officers goes silent. They've been searching for 2 weeks, and now they know. Maina Tolstikov has been here the entire time. She was 93 years old. She survived the Holocaust. She died in April 2024. And for the next year and a half, her daughter and the daughter's partner buried her in this pit and kept collecting her benefits. 18,000 shekels every month. About $5,400 from the Israeli government and German reparation funds. Month after month, while Maina's body lay beneath the yard where her family once lived. This is Chief Inspector Alon Ruvini. He's been with the Israel police for 26 years. He's investigated murders, organized crime, corruption cases across the Galilee region. But when he walks reporters through this case, his voice changes.
This is one of the most harrowing cases I've encountered. A 93-year-old Holocaust survivor buried in her own backyard by her own family.
The investigation begins 4 months before the excavator arrives in that yard. It's September 2024. A woman in Bat Yam files a missing person report with police. She's calling about her mother. The two haven't spoken in 2 years, not since a family dispute drove them apart. The mother moved out and went to live with another daughter in Carmiel. But the Bat Yam daughter kept tabs from a distance, asking relatives, checking in. And now those relatives are giving her conflicting stories. Some say her mother is fine. Others suggest something is wrong. The daughter grows concerned, so she contacts the police. Officers from the Carmiel Police Department drive to the villa where Maina was last known to live. They knock. No answer. They knock again. Nothing. They force entry. Inside, they find the 64-year-old daughter and her partner, both in their 60s. The house immediately raises concerns. The house was full of cobwebs, Ruvini tells reporters later. The windows were closed and sealed with cellophane tape. A very strange atmosphere. The officers ask about Maina. Where is she? What happened to her? Then the couple starts giving contradictory answers. The daughter stumbles over her words, can't keep her story straight, switches details mid-sentence. The partner tells police Maina was buried in Haifa, then changes the story, says she was buried near the northern border instead. Then he shifts again, admits she died back in April 2024, 8 months ago, but refuses to say where they put her body. Police then decides to separate them and question them individually. As they imagined, the stories keep changing. The Galilee Crime Unit forms a special investigative team. They know something is deeply wrong here. The motive becomes clear quickly. Maina Tolstikov was a Holocaust survivor. She received monthly compensation from 2 sources: Israeli Social Security and reparations from Germany. The payments totaled 18,000 shekels, over $5,000, deposited directly into a joint bank account each month. They simply did not report her death, Ruvini says. For a year and a half, they continued to receive the money. See, in total, the couple fraudulently collected over 300,000 shekels, about $78,000. Police obtain a warrant and bring in cadaver dogs and start searching the property. Days pass and the dogs find nothing, no trace of decomposition. The couple refuses to cooperate. The male suspect sits in his detention cell, staring at the walls, silent. Then, 3 weeks into the investigation, he takes his own life. The man realizes police are closing in. He understands what he's done, and in his cell, alone, he makes a choice. Officers find him dead, but that does not stop the investigation. A breakthrough comes from an unexpected source. A contractor who'd done work on the house months earlier contacts police. He remembers something. There was a spot in the garden where a deep pit had been dug. Very deep. Deeper than normal. He points investigators to the location. Police bring in a small excavator. They start digging. The earth is packed hard. This pit was filled, carefully, deliberately. 1 meter down, 2 meters, 3 meters, nearly 10 feet deep. And they find a piece of blue fabric. Officers stop the excavator and climb down into the pit. They uncover Maina's body. For the first time in a year and a half, someone holds a ceremony for her. Right there, at the excavation site, police officers pause their work. They recite Kaddish, the Jewish mourning prayer. "We felt privileged to bring her to a proper burial," Ruvini says later. Her funeral will be attended by all the officers who took part in the search. The investigation reveals what happened in April 2024, in the months before Maina's body went into that pit. According to evidence police pieced together, Maina died in the house from natural causes. At least that's what investigators believe. The autopsy shows no signs of foul play. But her daughter and the daughter's partner face an immediate problem. If they report the death, the monthly benefits stop. $5,400 from Israel and Germany, gone. They make a decision. They find an old ice cream freezer. They place Maina's body inside and keep her there for 2 days while they figure out what to do. Then they carry her body outside to the backyard. They dig 10 feet down, deep enough that no casual search would find her. They bury Maina in her own yard, in the property where she'd come to live with family after the dispute with her other daughter. Then they go back inside, seal the windows with tape, let the cobwebs grow. And every month they check the bank account. Every month the deposits arrive. Israeli Social Security, German reparations. Money meant for a Holocaust survivor who is no longer alive. This continues for 18 months. Maina's other daughter, the one in Bat Yam, stays in the dark. The family gives her vague updates when she asks. Mother is fine. She's resting. Everything is okay. But eventually, the conflicting stories don't add up. The daughter grows suspicious enough to call police. The 64-year-old daughter now faces multiple charges: fraud, obstruction of justice, and failure to report a death, violating mandatory legal obligations. Police are waiting for the full autopsy results, and if evidence suggests Maina died from neglect or abuse, homicide charges may follow. Chief Inspector Ruvini addresses reporters once the case goes public.
In my 26 years of service in the Israel police, I've seen many disturbing things. But this crosses every red line.
The case raises questions that investigators are still examining. How did no one notice? For 18 months, government systems deposited money into an account for a person who was deceased. No one ran a welfare check. No family members insisted on visiting. The system kept functioning as if Maina were alive. The answer, partially, lies in Maina's isolation. After the family dispute 2 years earlier, she moved away from the daughter she'd been living with. Contact became sporadic. The daughter in Bat Yam tried to keep tabs, but she was doing so from a distance, relying on what other family members told her. And the family members in Carmiel, the ones living with Maina, were the ones burying her in the backyard. The Holocaust Survivors' Rights Authority in Israel is reviewing the case now. The agency oversees benefit distribution for approximately 160,000 Holocaust survivors living in Israel today. Most are in their 80s and 90s. Most receive some form of monthly compensation, either from Israel, Germany, or both. The system relies largely on self-reporting. When a survivor dies, family members are expected to notify authorities immediately. This case exposes a vulnerability in the system, one official tells reporters, requesting anonymity. We're examining what additional verification measures might be necessary. But tightening oversight is complicated. Many Holocaust survivors value their privacy. Many have traumatic histories that make them wary of government intrusion. Creating a system that prevents fraud without further traumatizing vulnerable elderly survivors is not simple. Maina's body is released after the autopsy. She receives a proper Jewish burial, attended by the police officers who found her. Rabbi David Cohen, who conducts the service, speaks briefly about what it means to be found. Even in death, he says, she was not abandoned. Those who sought her did not give up. The case has drawn attention across Israel and internationally. News outlets in Germany, where Maina's reparation payments originated, cover the story extensively. Holocaust survivor advocacy groups call the case devastating and a profound betrayal. For Ruvini and his team, the case represents something beyond standard fraud investigation.
We're talking about a woman who survived one of history's greatest atrocities. She survived the Holocaust. She built a life. She lived to 93. And at the end, her own family treated her death as a financial opportunity. That's what haunts us.
The daughter remains in custody. Her trial date hasn't been set. The male suspect, the partner who buried Maina's body, is dead. The money they collected sits frozen in a bank account, evidence in an ongoing criminal case. The house in Carmel, with its sealed windows and cobwebs, stands empty. And in a cemetery somewhere in northern Israel, Maina Tolstikov finally rests with dignity. 93 years old, Holocaust survivor, found at the bottom of a 10-foot pit in her own backyard, mourned at last by officers who never knew her but couldn't bear the thought of leaving her there.